Community members and interested businesses are being asked to take part in a survey on what they want to see in a creative district and how that should be organized and promoted. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, during a gathering at the Midwest Theater yesterday, a discussion was held on the current state of the process and some of the future goals as organizers work to get a creative district approved by the Nebraska Arts Council. Organizer Kristen Wiebe told those in attendance they're closing in on a completion of a workbook that's required by the council before they seek a designation.
We have to still develop the structure of what the district looks like and the players that come together, the organizations that come together, but we also have to look at what capacity we have within these organizations to do the work in a district. The site visit is planned for the end of October with the Arts Council. That'll be a chance for them to see what's at work here, along with the completed workbook. The steering committee is working to pull those pieces together to develop the branding and marketing for the district.
A link to the survey in both English and Spanish can be found on the West Nebraska Arts Center website. Wiebe says another issue is the survey is due October 1st, and that will help with its development of the strategic plan, which is needed to tell the Arts Council how future funding would be spent following official designation of the district centered along Broadway and East Overland. Well, the second-degree murder trial against a Scottsbluff man can proceed following a ruling issued Friday by the Nebraska Supreme Court. Gregory Moore appealed the overruling of a motion to discharge the case based on the state's speedy trial statutes, contending a Scottsbluff County District Court's judge was wrong to exclude a delay related to competency proceedings in a separate case. Partially at issue was determination of whether the trial court accepted Moore's written plea of not guilty the date it was submitted. The High Court noted such delays are typically excluded from the speedy trial clock and found no error in the district court's overruling of the discharge motion. In a concurring opinion, Chief Justice Mike Hevikin joined Associate Justice J. Miller Lerman in recommending that future trial courts make rulings on a date certain that indicates when written not guilty pleas are either accepted or rejected by the court. The 56-year-old also faces a felony weapons charge in connection with a stabbing death of a 23-year-old man at a downtown apartment back in November of 2020. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
Welcome back. A shattered man is behind bars on a variety of felonies after authorities investigated a reported exchange of drugs for sex last week involving a juvenile girl. Shattered police say 58-year-old David King was arrested Friday on charges including distribution of a controlled substance, first-degree sexual assault, child abuse, and solicitation of prostitution after a search warrant was served at his residence. Investigators say the day before, a female under the age of 18 reported King gave her meth in exchange for acts of sexual nature. During the warrant search on Friday afternoon, Wing Drug Task Force members and Chadron police found meth, marijuana, baggies, a scale, cash, and paraphernalia. King was booked into the Dawes County Jail with bond set at $100,000 with a 10% provision. Well, 2 people arrested following a Scottsbluff traffic stop turned drug arrest in March have been sentenced. Following the stop by an NSP trooper, a probable cause search uncovered numerous meth pipes, baggies with suspected heroin, marijuana, mushrooms, and methamphetamine. On Friday, 29-year-old passenger Andrea Pitsley was sentenced to 3 years of probation after pleading no contest to a charge of possession of a controlled substance. Earlier this month, the driver, 25-year-old Travis Buckley of Lyman, was sentenced to 145 days in jail after pleading guilty to 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance. And Nebraska's Secretary of State says the pair of ballot initiatives supported by Nebraskans for medical marijuana fell short of both signature requirements to place them before voters in November. Bob Evnen announced the results this week, saying certified letters have been mailed to the sponsors of both of the initiatives to notify them of the results. The first threshold for making the ballot is 86,776 valid signatures, and both the Medical Cannabis Patient Protections Initiative and Medical Cannabis Regulation Initiative had fewer than 78,000 each. Neither of the drives gathered support of 5% of registered voters in 38 counties, reaching that mark in 26 and 27 counties respectively. Evnen says signature verification of the Voter ID Constitutional Amendment Initiative and Nebraska Minimum Wage Initiative is expected by the end of August. Well, still to come, Shabella Guzman and a check-in on Ag News. We'll be back right after this.
Western Cpap Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western Cpap Supply. We're here to
Have you been waiting for years to get new windows? The incredible Renewal by Anderson Dog Days of Summer sale is here. Summer ends soon, winter is on the way. Renewal by Anderson's Dog Days of Summer sale is amazing. 20% off every window and door. No money down, no interest, no payments for 2 whole years. This is the only time of the year when Renewal by Anderson offers 24 months same as cash. Visit rbawyoming.com now. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation and don't wait. This deal ends August 31st. 2 years, no payments. That's nothing to growl about. rbawyoming.com.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
The University of Nebraska Panhandle Research and Extension Center partnered with the Nebraska Dry Bean Growers Association to host the annual Panhandle Agricultural Research and Technology Tour at the Extension in Scotts Bluff. The Extension also welcomed John Westra, the new Extension Director. Westra talks more about how his background in economics will aid producers in the Panhandle.
Profitability, because that's a key part of that for all of the farmers and ranchers here in the Panhandle. And so how can I use my experience and expertise to help inform and help growers in that space? That's an ongoing part of the equation for any farmer and rancher in western Nebraska.
The event also had the Nebraska Dry Bean Growers Association. Dean Keener, a member of the association, says having a look at all the crops is good because most farmers in the Panhandle grow a variety of crops.
How we treat our corn affects how our bean crop goes and vice versa, and so we need to know as much as we can about all the crops.
As for how the dry bean crop is coming along,
well, optimistically, some of them look pretty good, and then we've got some that have suffered due to the drought and shortage of water, but for the most part, I think right now the crop looks pretty good, pretty decent.
Keener says harvest will probably be a bit late, but should be okay as long as there is no early freeze event.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, the Banner County Republican Party will hold its inaugural meeting tomorrow in Scotts Bluff. All Banner County Republicans are invited to attend, and local party officials will be elected. The meeting will be held on Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Life Unlimited Church on 502 West 14th Street in Scotts Bluff. Former State Senator Teresa Thibodeau is scheduled to give an address and participate in the inaugural meeting. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.